Hi. So this is a pretty eek topic. Some people are gonna fly off the frickin' handle about this topic. I felt so called to come on and share this though. So I'm just gonna share this video and then I'm going to talk presently. If I can, okay, it's not gonna let me, so hopefully I can just go back. Okay. So while you guys are waiting for me to be present while I just share this live stream, let me know if you know what I'm talking about, first of all, about the Dalai Lama Fiasco, the uproar that's going on, all the stuff that's, you know, currently out there, because not everybody knows about it. And this is a big part of what I'm going to talk about as well. So while you guys are waiting for me to get organized, I'm just going to ask that question. Like, this might not be relevant for some people. It's just, I need to voice this for my own, I don't know if integrity is the right word, but it's just something I need to say. Let's just put it that way. Okay, sharing this in one more place and then I shall be present with this. I can figure this out. I haven't been live for ages because I've been working on some things and I'm so excited about it. Okay, yeah, not sure what to think. Yeah, so sharing this. Okay, almost present, here we go. Okay, and you know, and talking about this as well. All right, so I'll bring up the comments. I'm getting there. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me about the Dalai Lama Fiasco. I'm quite nervous to say what I'm about to say. I always get nervous when I'm speaking my truth. Well, it's not true, but when I feel like I'm going to get like kickback from what I'm about to say. Let's just put it this way. Some people will not hear the message that I'm about to share today. Let's put it that way. So just bringing something up so then I can speak freely to what I'm about to say. Okay, so I didn't actually share anything on my public page. Sorry, the camera looks crooked, bear with me. I didn't, on my public page, yeah, on my business page, on Reality Awareness page, I didn't actually share anything about it. I did share it on my personal page. Don't ask me why. I don't usually do that, but I did. And maybe because I was already feeling it without knowing it about like the truth of the situation. Now, this is the truth about the situation, okay? Not everybody's gonna hear this truth, okay? But I wanna say we've all been conned, okay? We've all been conned. We've all been sucked into the vortex. I wanna say they fucking got us all, right? They fucking got us all. I'm showing my hand, okay, because I got pulled into the fucking vortex, okay? And this whole, I'm going to call it the Dalai Lama experiment. Yeah? We got fucking pulled into the vortex, guys. They got us good. They got us good. Now, I'm not denying, okay, that the Dalai Lama might be part of the elites and all of that yucky stuff that we know is going on, that we get told in dribs and drabs, and there's a whole deeper scenario going on here that we get told what they want us to know. Let's be real, okay? Nothing gets out that they don't want us to know. Let's be real, okay? There's a reason that little dribs and drabs get let out. We all got dribbed. We all got done in the Dalai Lama experiment. And what I mean by that, guys, If you have not watched The Great Hack on Netflix, you don't understand what I'm about to say. But you might understand the piece around that social media is used to influence nations to choose certain things. Everyone got sucked in. Everyone gets sucked in. And the Dalai Lama is just one little example, okay? If you haven't watched The Great Hack on Netflix, you don't understand what I'm talking about. So please, maybe you need to go and watch it if you're trying to understand what's actually going on, okay? Whether the Dalai Lama is an elite or not is so separate to the conversation that I'm talking about right now, okay? And I'm showing my hand because I'm not well traveled. Right? I am fully showing my hand here. Like, I am beyond baby kindergarten, okay, at different cultures around the world. I know they exist, but I also don't know them inside out, okay? And they showed us what they wanted to see. Now, I don't know the full story. I can link it up below because I watched a video of another Tibetanist who was like going into the whole, culture of it. And I've seen all the cultural stuff, and then he explained it really, really well, because at the end of his video, he also showed that, don't quote me on this, there's something that the Dalai Lama or the Tibetan and the Buddhists, China or something, don't quote me on this, China doesn't want Buddhism growing or something like that. And they said no to it, and then China made them look bad so that everyone goes, see, we shouldn't do Buddhism and grow that. It's something like that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, I got fucking pulled into a vortex. And do you know why? Because I was busy last week, right? This whole week I've been really, really busy, okay? And I was busy and not hook, line and sinker, thank you very much, okay? I'm not well traveled. If I had even been if I'd been someone who's traveled all my life, but I haven't, I've been raising my daughter and I chose to do that, maybe I would know the culture and I wouldn't have been pulled in hook, line and sinker. So I'm full, it's not even naive. Maybe that might be the word. I don't know. I'm showing my hand. I'm also human, right? But I'm also the purpose of me getting on live stream is to show you guys this is the great hack in action. This is the social dilemma in action. This is a whole ceremony, or he was what was it, congratulating his students, whatever that proper word is, and China took that tiny little snippet of video and pushed it out into the world, and everyone's like, wow, we hate him now. You guys see that? Fuck. Why? Because they didn't comply. Can you see where this is going? People are we're so scared about AI taking over the world. I'm like, dude, it's already happening. Here's a prime example of it. This is a prime example of it. This is a prime example of it. And can you see how this is so irrelevant to whether he's actually part of the elite stuff or not? This is about us having conscious awareness of the bigger picture. Who fucking cares? Yeah, there's a part here, there's a fine line what I'm saying here, but who cares whether he's part of the elite or not, because it's bigger than that. It's deeper than that. This is about them influencing you, and you just got pulled in hook, line and sinker, and I'm saying me too. I'm showing my hand. Right? Because on my personal page, I wrote, regardless of the Dalai Lama or traditions, is it at any stage, is it appropriate for a fully grown man to ask a child to suck his tongue? Not even a mother to a child or a father to a child does one suck another's tongue, right? In playtime, with any child doing such to an adult to a child, is it appropriate? That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote, right? Now, in our culture, in the white man's culture, no, it's not appropriate. But in their tradition, when I understood it, and I'll share this video below, right, is I understood it more. And the bit that got me was the part about China and Tibet. And I was like, well, fucking there we go. I was like, World War III, guys. You want to talk about being scared of robots? I'm like, it's been here for years. The day you signed up to Facebook, oh my gosh, it's been going on since then. Did you know, and this is the thing, I'm like, if you haven't watched The Great Hack on Netflix and you really want to understand this and you think social media is bad or AI is bad, I'm like, go and watch The Great Hack. Like, it's like, it'll help you to understand when we're getting pulled into things and only being shown things that we're going to nab onto and hook, line and sinker. And the thing is that when we are busy in our life and we're randomly scrolling and we're like waiting in line at the shop or something, that's when we get pulled in because we're not fully present. And this is where I show my hand. I was busy last week and I was doing a scroll and I was like, what's going on here? I was like, that's not appropriate. Like, do you know what I mean? I got pulled in because I wasn't present. I wasn't centered. I wasn't present with being on this. And I'm showing my hand. I'm human and I get busy and I get pulled in and I was like, okay, maybe this needed to happen. You know, in essence of like, really like bird's eye view of how deep this actually is, and World War III and all this, like, this is, take the Dalai Lama as just an experiment. It's an example of all the other things that go viral. Yeah? How do you guys feel hearing this? Because it's so interesting, right? That the reality is that we got pulled in hook, line, and sinker. This, you know, like they talk about the AI war, and I'm like, it's so much more than that. Because, you know, even with the AI being able to like copy voices and videos and now photos and like create movies, it's kind of like, if we're not onto it, we're not going to be able to tell the difference. That's what's scary. It's not about the AI. It's not about the robots. It's us. And this is where it's coming back to us, coming back to taking care of ourselves, coming back to our own personal development, coming back to boundaries around when we're like on our devices, when we're not. Are we present with life? Are we like, it's so much deeper than that. It's not about them. It's about us. Yeah. Look, see, Sophia says, I grew up and it was so normal to kiss our parent on the lips in Colombia and my dad would smack my ass. But in the USA, the fuck you don't do that, right? Not even playing around. Exactly. Every culture is very different. Exactly, right? But the part about it, whether it's culture or not, the part about it is that whoever, like who did take that tiny little snippet out of a how many hour, like, you know, ceremony or whatever it was, right? Of his students, and they took that tiny little, like, what was it, couple of minutes and sent it out to the world. Oh, here, Western world, I'm gonna get you. Whether he's part of the elites or not is irrelevant to the fact of what I'm really trying to get at here, guys, because the whole thing about even the elites and all that sort of stuff, they only fucking show us what they want us to see. They only show us what they want us to see, and they purposely keep us busy, drugged up, and all the things numb, so that we hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinkering everywhere. I'm gonna call that from now on. All right, you guys got it. So if I post something and I'm like, guys, this is a hook, line, and sinkering, I'll redirect you back to this video and go and watch The Great Hack so you can really take your power back about this stuff, because this is real. This is the real war. It's a war on consciousness. We know this. We know this. And this is where we take our power back. And I'm covered in goosebumps as I say that. I'm going to see if I can share this video link to the one. It was a really awesome explanation. It's about 16 minutes long. To explain the purpose of what made me understand. And I was just like, fuck, I got pulled in hook, line, and sinker. Showing my hand on that. I'm not well traveled. I'm like silly white girl over here, like for real, you know? Yeah, The Great Hack. I'll see if I can, thank you. Yeah, the trailer as well. I'll see if I can put the trailer on too so that you guys can watch it. I don't like recommending stuff. I don't like sending people down rabbit holes, but seriously, if you want to understand the social media AI, like everyone's freaking out about about AI. I'm like, as soon as you signed up to Facebook, what, 10, 12, 15 years ago now? How long has it been? It's a bit late, you know? Actually, I won't put that in. I'll just type it in. So I just popped the YouTube in of the video that made me go, fuck, I fucked up. I got hooked, line, and sinkered in. The Great Hack on Netflix to explain. It's full on, like, this is World War III. Yeah, it really is. Okay, yeah, they did it on purpose. Exactly, right? Exactly. Now we're living in times of culture shock, culture clashes, humanity as a collective, consciousness. Yeah, and the thing is, right, of course it could be bad, but what happens when something clashes? Oh, understanding happens. What happens when there's a fight? Oh, understanding happens, right? Like, it's kind of, the waves come up and they go, the tide comes in and the tide goes out. Like, it's day, it's night. Like, it's, even though a fight's not good, okay, and there's healthy ways of negotiating and speaking and communication, like, for sure, okay, but let's take the negative out of a bad thing as well, because now, like, how many people are now understanding the culture and the cultural difference, and obviously now the deeper powers at play going, hey guys, throw this in your face, you're gonna catch on to this too, we're gonna hook, line and sinker you in. Like, on The Great Hack, they show you that for I don't know how many years it is, like quite a few years, they have purposely been trialing this in third world countries to elect certain people in elections, and now they've moved it into white people, if you may. I know I'm sounding racist with what I'm sharing here, but bear with me, right? It's like now this is exactly the Dalai Lama experiment is like example. So yeah. Is it Fausto de Matas? Now we're living in times of cultural shock, cultural clashes. Humanity as a collective consciousness is starting to be aware of his reflection. The individual mind is transitioning to the collective mind. It definitely is. That is definitely it. Yes. Okay, take our power back. 100%. Yeah, I already know about Cambridge Analytica. Yeah, exactly, right? That's what it was about. I watched it a couple of years ago. It's, yeah, honestly, it's, if you want an understanding of how social media is influencing us and influencing everyone, the Great Hack is really good on a bigger scale. Obviously, the Social Dilemma is there as well, but the Great Hack is, yeah, those two really. And then you can just go, whoa, now I've got more control over what I'm doing on here, because and this is the thing, it was like a prime example. Like, when I'm busy, like that, I don't think I would have done that, because I even said something, deleted it. I even, like, do you know what I mean? I even was, when I was busy in a busy week, and it just was like, wow, I fucked up big time. Because, and it's just showing that, like, when we're drugged up, I wasn't drugged up, but, I mean, like, we're numb, we're medicated, we're, all the chemicals, the spray, like, and then keeping busy, we've got to work, got school holidays, got kids, got school, like, like, they purposely, take your power back, bring presence back to your life, all those things. So share this if you got caught up in the fiasco, if you need people to help understand it. Definitely watch The Great Hack so that you can take your power back in such a deep way and understand really what's going on, because, I was just like, wow, everyone's scared of AI. I'm like, it's been happening for years, and this is a prime example of it. So that's my message for today. See you guys soon, because I've been working on things and I'll be back out more. I know I haven't been very present, but I will be soon, because I've been working on so many things, and I'm so fucking excited to share with you soon. So I will see you soon. Bye.